Hi everyone, I am Ketra. So today we are going to do a spread, and it's just going to be with the oracle cards. And so I've made some notes on things that I want to touch on today, and we're going to use the Kyle Gray Gateway of Light Activation Oracle deck. It's a super fantastic deck. I really love it. But I wanted to share with you a specific spread that you can do for yourself. And it's easy to do for friends too. So once you find yourself gravitating towards an oracle card of your own or a deck, you can do this for your friends. You just need the breakdown of the intention of each card and the position that they're in. And then you just share the messages that are on the cards. So it's super easy. So we're going to learn together. A couple of things I wanted to mention. This is going to be a life path spread. It's a 7 oracle card spread. And it allows us to connect with our angels and our guides and our heart, and allows us to see what may be holding us back in an area of our life that we need to address or work on to overcome to be able to become our true selves. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with shuffling the cards, and then there's some additional messages that I wanted to pass along today that I felt drawn to when I was doing some of my meditation practices. And meditation can be anything from, like, this is actually meditation. It is us connecting to our higher selves. We're asking for guidance. It's what we do when we meditate with prayers, or when we're meditating with music or a guided meditation. We're connecting with our higher selves. So consider this a form of meditation for yourself today, because you're learning and you're connecting. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay down the 7 cards. So card number 1 represents your strength. Card number 2 represents your life. Card number 3 is something that supports your happiness. Card number 4 are obstacles for you to overcome. Card number 5 is messages from our angels. Card number 6 is messages from your guide. And card number 7 is messages from your heart. Okay, so let's begin. So card number 1 represents your strength. And it is Chamber of the Violet Flame, Karmic Release, Radical Transformations. So this represents where you are right now. So let's say this is a reading for myself, right? Radical transformations, absolutely. That is the area that I'm in right now. Is I have been doing a lot of work on myself while I'm on my soul's path, and really kind of being guided on the directions that I'm going. There has been so many transformative things that have happened for me recently that it's really jaw-dropping. And I do definitely believe that because I have found my path, I have found my spiritual connection to my higher self. This is why all of these things are happening. So all of the trauma that I had been in my past, whether it was trauma from relationships, trauma from life, trauma from addictions to things, this time now is for me to focus on my soul's path. And there has been radical transformations just literally in the past couple of days. So accurate. Card number 2 represents your life. So you will just look at the card, and this says clarity, divine healing, high vibration energy. And this does represent my life. I have been gifted with the clarity of my purpose. I have used the divine to help heal me in my life's path. And sometimes that energy is awfully high, but that's okay, because again, I can do like a guided meditation to slow down my vibrations. But I'm so excited for my life's path. I'm excited to be doing the YouTube videos. My purpose is to be able to help and guide and offer my assistance, offer private readings, ask you guys to subscribe so that I could reach as many people as possible. But absolutely high vibrational energy. That does represent my life. So the next would be something that supports your happiness. So that would be our card number 3. I'm sorry, did I not show you the cards? That would be card number 2. I'm just so excited. Card number 1. All right. And then card number 3. Halls of learning. So number 3 is something that supports your happiness. Halls of learning, so spirit guides, confirmation, and great lessons. Absolutely. So while we're on our journey, the best part of it is learning the lessons, learning why we're on our journey, not just trying to rush through it, but the fact that I know that my spirit guides are being very loud right now. They laughed when I didn't show you guys the cards. That's funny. Spirit guides, confirmation, and great lessons. And I'm grateful for every lesson. Like when I am meditating and I'm doing my prayers, I will also thank the divine for my blessings. But when I say blessings, I don't just mean the positive things that are happening in my life. It's the life lessons that are blessings, because then I've learned. So that is 100% on point. So number 4, your card number 4 would be obstacles to overcome. So let's take a look at the obstacles to overcome. Let's see. Stellar gateway activation, infinite potential, manifestation vortex. So when you come to a card like this and you're just not sure which direction it's meaning to go, you could always refer, wow, I literally just opened the book and flipped to the page and there it is. You can look at the guidebook and get a little bit more guidance. So we're going to do that because this is a pretty important message. If it's obstacles to overcome, infinite potential, manifestation vortex. So what I'm feeling right now before looking at the message is that I have infinite potential, but sometimes I doubt some things, or sometimes I'll overlook simple messages. Like a couple of weeks ago, I was going to a meditation meeting and we do singing bowls during that meditation. And there's usually somebody there to do it, but that time there wasn't somebody to play the bowls, and I play crystal healing bowls. And when I was leaving my house, I had the feeling to bring my crystal rods that I use for the singing bowls, but I didn't. I was like, oh, I'm not playing the bowls today, and I left. I disregarded my intuition telling me to grab the crystal rods. So what I should have done was say, okay, why are you bringing up the crystal rods? Because I didn't think I needed them. And I would have gotten another message. But I just dismissed it, got in my car, arrived at the meeting, and they asked me to play the bowls. Of course I did. I used their mallets, but I really, in particular, with my silicone crystal mallets, I love them. I feel like they are just perfect for the crystal healing bowls. So what I'm saying is, I think with this card, it is meaning for me not to dismiss my infinite potential. And so let's see. If we refer to the guidebook just really quick, let's see, it says connect. Breathe deeply. Imagine that your breath is taking you up and out to connect with the infinite potential held within the stars. Affirm, I connect with heaven and earth to create heaven on earth. And the message says, you are a master of manifestation. Every one of your thoughts, actions, non-actions, and choices is affecting the unfolding of your path. Realize that you have great potential within you, and through your focused awareness, you can draw on heavenly support to create the life of your wildest dreams. Know that all the energies you connect with are carried up to your stellar gateway. And if they are aligned with the intentions your soul had before this incarnation, opportunities will come your way. It is important to consider connecting with your cosmic origins at this time, and also tracking down the intentions of your soul. And for if you can bring your wishes in this life together with your pre-life intentions, you can live a life that is aligned with your highest heavens. So right now, because I am connecting with my higher self as we're doing this reading, it's getting very loud in my head. And I think it is doing so because just the other day, I did a reading with a medium that is highly regarded, and his abilities are just amazing. And I literally asked about past life influences. What significant past lives that I've led are influencing me now? And it was just jaw-dropping. So I highly recommend doing that, because it really does help give you some kind of clarity while you're here. So I think for me, the obstacles to overcome our self-doubt, self-unawareness, you know. So next is a message from our angels. So let's see. So this is 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our Akashic Stargate, aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. So what the angels are telling me right there is that there's no wrong path to go on, because this is it. This is our journey. And so me forgetting to pay attention to that intuition to grab those crystal rods, it wasn't wrong. It was just telling me later that we're trying to give you messages. We're trying to get through to you like all the time. And so to just pay more attention. And so again, no wrong path. And just the same for you, as my ears are getting very loud. There's no wrong path for you. Whatever path you are on, you just, so, and this brings me to what I'm going to talk about before we end the reading is, let's just go ahead before we go to the next card, because that's just what I'm being told to do. In order to overcome a suffering, first we must acknowledge it and find the strength within to overcome that by acknowledging how we feel. If we acknowledge how we feel right now, acknowledge the feelings that are coming from within, which are messages from our higher self, when we know ourselves, then we have the ability to know our angels, our guides, and the divine guidance that is coming up from within. Find strength in fear and acknowledge it and how you feel, even if it's challenging. And there's a famous quote that says, unless we have experienced fear, we will never know what it's like to be fearless. So that's beautiful. So let's go to the, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How did I get off there? Let's see. Obstacles, message from our angels. Okay, card number 6. Sorry. Messages from your guide. Okay, solar light upgrade, solar plex chakra, inner fire and willpower. And I'm not surprised to see this from my guide. I've definitely been having these like little indications that I need to align my solar plex. It's the chakra that I think needs attention right now. And so later I'll probably do a meditation, because then this is again another nod that the solar plexus chakra, inner fire and willpower, I think I need to address that. All right, so the next message from your heart is karmic release, healing the lineage, boundaries. And this just hits home so much because, again, like I had said, I just did the past life little dip into my past lives. And it's karmic release. It's healing the lineage. And it's creating those boundaries that I need to create in this life from lessons that I've learned in my previous lives. And it's ancestral realm, which is exactly what I did, which was ask the medium to tap into the ancestral realm to be able to just give me a little bit more guidance while I'm here. So I do definitely love this. I think I'm going to do this for you guys for all of the different oracle cards that I have, just so you can get a feel of how the oracle cards can simply work for you. There's also, we can jump into this really quick. There is a 2 oracle spread that you can do. So depending on the time that you have, the 7 card spread takes a little bit of time. You can simply like write down all the intentions of the cards that I mentioned. And if you'd like, you can email me. I can do a reading for you, or I could give you the breakdown if you missed it, if I went too fast, for what the intention is for each of the 7 cards. But if you don't have a lot of time and you want to just kind of do a quick little meditation with yourself with the oracle cards, you can do just a 2 card spread. So what that entails is card number 1 is your situation, what you already are and where you're at. And card number 2 is going to be what you need to know or what you need to do. So we would look at, you saw me shuffle. Where you are already at is this first card, your situation, and it's aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. So my guides are being very loud to me today. No wrong path. I'm aligned with my purpose. I would love to help you align with yours. And what you need to know or what you need to do, inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. And so again, if you're doing something like this for yourself, for a brief meditation for yourself, or just a little bit of guidance from our guides, you could pull the 2 cards, look at the cards and see how they resonate with you. Because like this first card, I look into it and it's like a bunch of mirrors, right? And then it's asking me to kind of go back, look back from where my soul came from, and see that like that for me, the one that sticks out is the rainbow, the biggest mirror, because I feel like that's where I'm at right now. And then this one, when you look at the card, what does your intuition tell you? What sticks out? What gives you a feeling? That's your intuition trying to talk to you. That's your higher self trying to talk to you. So then next, you could just grab the guidebook, look at the deeper meaning, and then just take a little bit of time to sit and meditate and figure out how these cards made you feel and what you would like to do to go forward. All right. So once again, I do enjoy doing these readings for you guys. I hope they've been helpful. Please subscribe to my channel and share it so that I could reach as many people as possible, and have a fantastic day.